Hello everyone, welcome to Sharpers Gaming, and today we're back with some more Pokemon VGC 2017, and look at this, we got dressed up again. I'm trying to make this more of a thing because obviously the channel's called Sharp Dressed Gaming. You want a host who's actually sharp dressed when he's on camera. But we are back once again with the Glaceon Double Blizzard team. I'm going to say this, once again, this team is not a very competitive team. It's fun, mind you, kind of. I'm starting to get a hold of the team. So I have gotten quite a few wins with it, and it's been starting to work a little bit better. This meta really does not allow for Double Blizzard. Ninetales by itself is really good, but when you rely on two ice types in a meta that's heavy with things like Arcanine, things like Celesteela, what else really rails this team? There's another Pokemon that really... Gigalith really messes it up. Torkoals really mess it up, so... It doesn't do great, but when your opponent doesn't have anything to go against it, it kind of bodies them. So if we can't get it to work in this episode the way I want it to, I do have a few battles saved. We can pop on to the end of the video, so be sure to stick around for that. Otherwise, guys, if you have not yet, and you are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'd love to have you come back for more videos. Otherwise, we're going to hop right on in. The real MVP of this team is Snorlax, and I kind of expected that to happen. This is actually my first time using Snorlax, and I kind of have an idea for him. I haven't been able to make it work yet, but I want to do a team around Snorlax. I want to do a team around offensive Celesteela. I think that could be pretty fun. And there's another Pokemon I wanted to make a team around, but I forgot about. I don't remember. Hopefully I do, because it was really interesting. And I want to see that come into fruition. Fruition, mate. I like how my beard like covers up things now, because like I don't think I've ever had my beard this long and like covers up ties and stuff. 1452 rated player, you did notice we're at 1468. We're not doing too hot, but this team actually looks really good for ours. Outside of the Metagross and the Arcanine, the Mimikyu, the Salamence, the Tapu Koko, and the Crocodile all don't like Double Blizzard. So I'm thinking this is going to be a weakness policy Metagross kind of team, so I kind of want to make sure I can take care of that. I can go ahead and go Garchomp as a lead and just blast something with a Tectonic Rage. I think I'd go Garchomp and frickin' Ninetales. Oh, that frickin' Ninetales. Let's do that. Let's bring Glaceon in the back because I think it'll be pretty good. Pretty good. And then I can go Arcanine. Double Intimidate. Wigglytuff! That's who it was. The Double Intimidate reminded me because I want to use Wigglytuff. Competitive Wigglytuff. Because I just randomly at work one day started doing a Wigglytuff voice. I don't know why it even came up. But I've been using it on the stream and it's pretty funny. So maybe we'll save the Wigglytuff voice for that. Unless you want to go watch our Alpha Sapphire stream. This full video's on YouTube. So you'll be able to see it there too. Metagross Crocodile. I couldn't ask for a more perfect lead for my opponent here. I can just get Blizzard and Tectonic Rage into the Metagross. Could switch it, but whatever's coming in will take a Blizzard. He won't want to switch an Arcanine. Maybe he will kind of, just because he'll get -2 on my Garchomp at that point. But yeah. Let's do that, and Blizzard. I could even Aurora Veil this turn, make sure my Garchomp's looking nice. Because the Crocodile really can't do anything to us. I mean, it could also have Tectonic Rage, is my only issue. I think it might be Choice Crook. I'm going to Aurora Veil. Because even if it Tectonic Rages, then I have an Aurora Veil up. Metagross is actually going to Bullet Punch me. That's going to hurt. I should have Blizzard. Because now I'm down to 1. And if this Crocodile is actually Choice Scarfed, we'll be in a pick. We're not in a pick. We get the Aurora Veil up. And this Metagross should go down here. It is a freaking Tectonic Rage. We are -1, but still. Depends on how bulky the Metagross is, I suppose. I suppose. But it won't last too much longer if it does decide... If Crocodile, like, Tectonic Rages our Garchomp or something. I could see that. Alright, blast the Metagross down into the ground. And there's a dead Metagross. Probably just Bullet Punching just to get the damage on the Ninetales. Crocodile actually goes for Rock Slide. So he wants to get rid of that Ninetales. Garchomp is going to stick around. which is fine by me, boy. Howdy. Ninetales will faint. I kind of am thinking Arcanine comes in here, which makes me not want to bring in Ninetales. But who else do I have? I have my own Arcanine. That could be useful. No, I'm going to bring in my Glaceon. And this is because if he does bring in the Arcanine, I want to be able to switch my Garchomp out into my Arcanine. It's going to actually bring in Mimikyu. Mimikyu. I just switch out my Garchomp anyway into Arcanine. And then I just Blizzard with the Glaceon, which should take out the Crocodile and will break the thing for the Mimikyu. The thing. The disguise. Possibility of the freeze. Possibility of the freeze. I like that they made it so Mimikyu can get status behind its disguise, because it would just be broken if that weren't the case. And it's a -1 Mimikyu now, which is even better. And the Crew's -1, just in case this Blizzard doesn't take it out for some weird reason. Okay, it didn't take it out. Might be a Salt Vest Crocodile? Or Glaceon just isn't as strong as I think it is. Which could very well be the case. We're going to see Swords Dance from the Mimikyu, so luckily I did go for that switch in, so it's only +1. Crocodile's going to go for Rock Slide, hitting the Glaceon, even with our ice thing. Oh, it crit me. I was going to say, that did a lot of damage for being -1 Crocodile and us being behind Aurora Veil. So thanks, RNG. First off, for not letting us get, hit, and then for critting us. That's my favorite thing. I love all of those things you just did. Alright, so Flare Blitz into the Mimikyu and Blizzard. Mimikyu might Shadow Sneak my Glaceon. We should take it, though. It is +1 Mimikyu, but we're behind Aurora Veil, and Glaceon's defense are pretty good. As long as it doesn't crit us again, we should be fine. And I just Blizzard and Flare Blitz here. Make sure the Mimikyu faints. I don't think he brought Arcanine. I mean, even if he did, Garchomp should be able to pick it up from here. So there's that. So there is that. Glaceon's Blizzard is going to go off, taking out the Crocodile, and bringing Mimikyu down to just a little bit under half. Freeze. No freeze. Mimikyu does go for Shadow Claw, and it is into Arcanine. We are going to be able to eat that up, and Flare Blitz into the Mimikyu. Should take out the Mimikyu, and hopefully brings us to the point where the berry goes off. I think I have Iapapa on the Arcanine and Figgy on the Snorlax. It's not going to bring us anywhere near. Arcanine will get buffeted by the hail, as well as Glaceon. No, wait, Glaceon, what am I thinking? And we're going to see Tapu Koko as my opponent's last Pokemon. Shiny Tapu Koko, so it is timid nature. Most likely max speed, max special attack. You can mix it up a little bit, which does throw people off, because Tapu Koko being a different, or being slower when it's a timid nature and being a little bulkier can help you out. But I think my opponent protects. Might be checking to see how many turns of hail there are. We should have 2 turns, because Aurora Veil has 2 turns. So we should be good. Glaceon outspeeds with the Choice Scarf. And then, yep, it's going to protect, but I have 1 more turn of hail, my guy. And Extreme Speed plus Blizzard should be able to pick up Tapu Koko, if not, just put him in a range where we can take care of him later. My Garchomp might not be able to take Dazzling Gleam, actually, so I don't know. I do not know what might happen here. But I Extreme Speed the Tapu Koko once again, and Blizzard the Tapu Koko as well. I actually got a PP max for my Blizzard, because I think I saved this video, but I ran out of Blizzards at one point. Okay, Glaceon doesn't outspeed, but we do eat that up with Aurora Veil. And we're going to eat our berry, so Arcanine will be looking healthy for a little bit longer here. Ogwog berry, not Iapapa. And interesting text from my siblings. I'll have to read that later. But we do pick up a win, and we didn't get to double Blizzard, but we got to use Glaceon pretty effectively. So I do like that. I do like that. Alright, let's continue onwards. Let's continue onwards. Alright, we're up to 1484 now after that big win. We got 1,500 rated player Day from Mexico, brand new to the battle spot, or just recently getting back on after a reset. Tapu Koko, it's not Jellicent, frickin' Nihilego, Porygon 2, Arcanine, Araquanid, and Tapu Bulu. This team also looks like a good team to double Blizzard against, outside of the Arcanine and the Araquanid. But there's going to be Trick Room shenanigans. So I will want to bring Snorlax. I think we just go double Blizzard to begin with. Nihilego also won't be great, but we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. And then Snorlax. And Garchomp. Ugh, I almost don't want to do double Blizzard, because I kind of want to make sure I have Tapu Koko for that freaking buggy. For Buggy Boy. I think we forego the Glaceon here. Yeah. Go Ninetales with Tapu Koko, Snorlax, and Garchomp. It's going to be an interesting game. It's really dark. Either it's too bright or it's too dark. Well, it's never too... Ugh. It's never too bright. There's always just a sun in that window behind me. Now you can really see that beard. Look at that thing. Alright, so Ninetales. Tapu Koko is going to come out from me. My opponent's going to lead out Tapu Koko Arcanine. That's why I didn't want to lead with Snorlax or Garchomp. I kind of assumed there was going to be the Intimidator, and I didn't want my physical Pokemon to be intimidated. So the Ninetales isn't going to be looking too hot. The Arcanine could almost extreme speed me. I'm going to try and set up Aurora Veil, though. If I can get Aurora Veil up, we're going to be looking real good. And I can Volt Switch off the Arcanine into my Garchomp. Dazzling Gleam from the Tapu Koko, so no extreme speed from the Arcanine, so we might be able to get a Aurora, or we'll get an Aurora Veil up. What am I trying to say? I don't know. If he Flare Blitzes into my Garchomp, though, we'll be looking pretty nice. Pretty nice. Goes the Aurora Veil from the Ninetales. There goes the Aurora Veil from the Ninetales. Arcanine actually went for Flamethrower, so this is special Arcanine. Ninetales, are you able to live that with Aurora Veil? We are not. You're still... Oh, critical hit! Never mind. You might have been able to. Because Arcanine's special attack isn't as strong as its physical. But what can you do? This does allow me to bring in Tapu Koko once again. So I'm going to bring in Tapu Koko. And my opponent might double protect here, expecting me to Earthquake. And protect my own Tapu Koko. So then on the following turn, I'd end up hitting my own Tapu Koko. Oh, wait. I was just about to do what I was saying when I didn't want to do that. I want to Thunderbolt the Arcanine and Groundinium Z the Tapu Koko. That way, if it protects, we'll still be able to put a bunch of damage on it. Arcanine's actually going to withdraw here for Tapu Bulu. So that Tapu Koko would be able to live the attack from the Garchomp. My Tapu Koko goes for Thunderbolt. There's no Protect from that Tapu Koko. He might be Choice Specs, which would be bad. We do have the Aurora Veil up, though. So we'll be taking this Dazzling Gleam a lot better. Tapu Koko actually lives, but we are going to faint to Hail, which isn't great, because then we're down 2 Pokemon. I get to Tectonic Rage this Tapu, though, which is nice. Nice. Because now it's gone. And I'm assuming Arcanine comes back in here, which means our Garchomp will be -1. And I don't know that a -1 Poison Jab takes out the Bulu. If only Healing went first, we could possibly live this turn. But Hail hits first, unfortunately. There it is. There it is. There goes Tapu Koko. Garchomp and Bulu will take Hail, but then heal it up with the Grassy Terrain. Well, actually, Bulu's taking a bunch of damage from Thunder. That took a lot more damage than I thought it did originally. Wow. Tapu Koko, you're a strong boy. Yep, here comes Arcanine, gonna bring both of my Pokemon to -1. But because the Arcanine is special, it might have Flare thing. Will-O-Wisp, that's what I meant to say. It might have Will-O-Wisp, which would be bad for both of my Pokemon. But, oh, no, 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 no. Don't return. I was just, like, tapping the screen, and it went to return. Then I try and Poison Jab the Zabulu. Bulu might protect so Arcanine can get the Will-O-Wisp up so I can't Poison Jab it, but I'm trying. Oh, he's going to let me do it. This should be a dead Bulu. There goes Bulu. One less threat for my Snorlax, which is really good. With this being a special Arcanine. Arcanine does have Will-O-Wisp. It's going to go for it on Snorlax. Unfortunately, I don't have Facade. And I am max happiness. I checked. Snorlax just doesn't have as much attack as I would like. Because it is an invested in attack. It has like 4 EVs in attack. The rest is in HP and special defense. I don't know. But I don't know. Arcanine's going to take some hail. I might want to attack this Arcanine coming up pretty soon. It might have the berry, so I might wait a little bit more. Just to get it down. But it's going to Will-O-Wisp my Garchomp, which is my only issue here. Well, it's not my only issue. I have quite a few, but that's the one in the forefront of my mind right now. This terrain helping my Snorlax stay alive. Or not stay alive, but like keep its health up. And who's my opponent's last Pokemon? If it's not Araquanid, will be looking good. I mean, even if it is Araquanid, we're setting up curses already. It's going to be Nihilego, so Garchomp won't like that. Garchomp does not like that. But Snorlax should be able to take on. It's gonna be a tough one for Snorlax. Well, I'm gonna Dragon Claw the Arcanine here. The Nihilego, for some reason, is slower than my Garchomp. Typically, they're faster. Right to the berry. Should have just let Hail take a few more turns, but he's going to Will-O-Wisp me. That's why I wanted to try for it now. Nihilego has Psychic. Okay, that's not going to kill me, especially behind Aurora Veil. Arcanine's going to go for Flamethrower, also into my Garchomp. Why didn't you just try and burn me, dude? Because I survived the turn now. So I'm actually going to get another Curse up. I am -1 with Garchomp, so I don't necessarily want to try an Earthquake, especially in the terrain. But it helped get damage on both these Pokemon. Seeing the Nihilego is actually slower than Garchomp, I might protect Garchomp here and then attack the Arcanine with my Snorlax. And get that thing out of here, so then we can just focus on the Nihilego. And then it gives another turn for the terrain to disappear. Which is taking forever, because there's Hail, there's Burn on Snorlax, there's the terrain healing. It's just all over the place, man. Oh, we're not going to take out that Arcanine. I'm going to return. How many turns of terrain do we have? We have 2 more turns of this shite. I'm going to protect my Garchomp, I guess, then. Maybe we can get Arcanine down to a point where an Earthquake will take it out. That'd be helpful. Psychic onto the Garchomp. Snarl from Arcanine. Yeah, it's a special Arcanine. I used special Arcanine at the beginning of the season, and it was really good then, but there also wasn't Snorlax really at the beginning of the season, so Alolan Muck was the big gluttony user at the beginning of the season. Hail does stop, so that means our Aurora Veil is going to run out as well, which is really the only reason Garchomp's still alive. I kind of want an Earthquake here. I'm just going to set up again with Snorlax. The Snorlax is G to G at this point, and then I just Earthquake here. Get some damage off in the Arcanine. Oh, never mind. Just going to protect. I was going to say, get some damage off in the Arcanine, break a possible Sash on the Nihilego. But Nihilego is going to get a +1 in its, I assume, special attack. It's probably modest. Holy shite, even with the terrain, Focus Sash is going to hold on for the Nihilego. Oh wait, no Focus Sash, it just held on because of the terrain. We have -1, Garchomp's out here. So not only Nihilego is going to get +1 in speed. Well, that is honestly fine. I don't care if the Nihilego is boosting its speed. It'd be a problem if it was boosting its special attack. But its speed, I could not care less. Is that the right phrasing? I could not care less? Yes, because that means I couldn't. That means my level of caring is at its lowest. I always have to think about that. I always have to think about that phrasing, because it's such a commonplace to say, I could care less. Which means you have a lot less to care about. I'm not going to talk about grammar, though. The terrain's gone. I'm going to return. Again, Nihilego is really the biggest threat to me at this point, especially with Psychic, because it decreases my special defense. Nihilego protects, though. I kind of thought Nihilego was actually going to be choiced in some fashion, but turns out no. Arcanine cannot do anything to me. Okay, that does a little more than I thought it would. But the next Pokemon to hit me activates my Berry, so I really don't care. I really just don't even care. So I return the Nihilego, get rid of it. If I'm really in a pinch, I can just recycle next turn, because Arcanine's not going to put out enough damage to be able to knock me out. Nihilego's going to go for Sludge Bomb, switching it up to that stab, but still not doing enough. Snorlax is just doing Snorlax things, almost back up to full. Flamethrower from the Arcanine. Flamethrower from the Arcanine. Yeah, I can just return the Arcanine. I don't have to worry about recycling. Nihilego's going to faint from that return. Yeah, those paper-thin defenses on Nihilego just don't do it any good. Just do it no good. Even in the terrain, that Earthquake is able to bring it down to almost 1 HP, and I was also -1. So, that's crazy. It's crazy to me. Arcanine's going to go for the Flamethrower here. I don't know that return KOs, but we'll be able to take quite a few more of those, so. And return is enough, so Snorlax picking up the final KO there, and that is going to be GG today. So thank you so much for joining us today, guys. I think I'll leave out the save battles this episode, because we got to use Glaceon pretty well in the first battle. If in the next episode things don't go so hot, then I'll put them in. And the next episode, I think, will be the last one with Glaceon Ninetales. Unless you guys are really enjoying this team, then be sure to let me know in the comment section below, and also by leaving a like on this video, and then maybe I'll keep it around for an extra week. We'll see. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Stay sharp, everyone.